What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the 10th and final season of my Montreal Canadiens franchise mode series. Unfortunately, last year we did not win the Stanley Cup. We actually got knocked out in the second round, but my favorite team, the Detroit Red Wings, and the Vancouver Canucks actually went on to win the Cup, along with the President's Trophy. So they had a really good year. We still had a good team, though. Now, a lot of changes over the offseason due to contracts and things like that, but I still think we have a pretty solid team. I do have to make a couple trades, try and bring in a couple more defensemen. I think we have like $2 million salary cap to work with, so it's going to be tough, but hopefully can pull it off. So as you can see here, first line I got Duran, Barzal, and Mantha. That's a really solid first line. Second line, Sligan +3, same as last season. Caulfield, Seguin, Boldy. They tore it up. Hoping for more of the same. Third line there, you got Comrie now in 87, Ponomarev now in 89, playing with Kunin. And then fourth line there, you got Chmelevski playing with Moran and Morozov. So a pretty good forward group, I'd say. Defense, you have Sandin and Sexton as a new top pair. Sexton's the #1 now. Clark, he gave me too many issues, got rid of him. Ristolainen in there with Sanderson on the second pair, and then Pouliot and Cernak on the bottom pair. So I'd like to bring in, a couple guys so it's all 80 pluses, especially when we get somebody that's like an 82 or higher. So Sanderson's on the third pair, I think definitely would help out the D. Now goaltending, DPH was a starter, only 85, but he did win the Vezina last year. Primo backing him up. Quick look here at the special teams as well. You can see, I think both power play units honestly very solid. That first one, should be able to just, score at will. Show you guys AHL team here as well. Honestly, pretty stacked, I think. +1 that first line. It's Akradu we just drafted, so hoping for some big things from him, but overall, I feel like it should be an AHL playoff team. You can see the top 4D there, all getting +3, I think is huge. And then in net, we still have the elite potential goalie. Morrison now 71. Hopefully he can keep growing. Maybe if he grows a ton at the deadline, we can flip him or something. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see. Don't have too many options because of the salary cap. You can always get creative. I want to also show you guys the captaincy here. So I don't think it's changed the last couple seasons. We still have Barzal there wearing the C. And then we have Duran and Caulfield as the two wearing A's. Also, too, I think I realized that Duran's the only player on this team that's actually been with us since the first season. Caulfield was technically a part of the organization, but I don't think he made the NHL until the third season, I want to say. So kind of crazy, I guess, just how much turnover there's been, all the different players he brought in. But I'm happy with our decision as we got 2 Stanley Cups, and I think it's really cool too how the first Stanley Cup had pretty much a totally different team than the second Stanley Cup. And as you guys can see, offense, defense, goaltending here, 100 offense still, which is awesome, 90 D, 84 goaltending. So we'll try and bring in a couple defensemen here. I'll get the 2 best I can essentially, and then hopefully we're playing well at the deadline, can maybe make one more move and try and win our 3rd Stanley Cup. Right now, guys, I'm trying to make a trade for Kalen Addison. Penguins currently have him on the block as their rebuilder. Have them retaining 50% to make sure, that it works for salary reasons. 20 years old, 82 overall, offensive defenseman. Hands are okay, but powerful shot, a really good skater. Definitely an improvement on our bottom pair. Offering them this Peacock guy, I like his name. But 69 overall, still at 22 is not the greatest. Does have medium top 6, pretty equal value. We'll see what they say here. Trades rejected. Said they weren't willing to retain the salaries, so I'm going to try at 25% opposed to 50, as it still will work. Especially too, we can just send down either Pouliot or Cernak. I'll add a 6th rounder there too to hopefully kind of sweeten the pot. And there we go. And next, you guys should make a trade. Make a trade with LA for Tobias Bornfoot. Honestly, didn't get too high rated. As you can see, he's only an 80 right now at 27, but still, it's an improvement. Defensive stats there are pretty solid. Offering up Cernak with Bemstrom, we just drafted him, 18.48. It's the last year, doesn't really do much for us. So because he's on the block, have to overpay a little bit. Hopefully, it's enough for them to say yes. And trades rejected. Honestly, I thought that was a pretty good offer. Maybe add a mid-round pick. Trying to add a 4th here, see what they say now. Close to fair value, but not quite. We have 2 5ths, so throw a 5th on there too. And there we go. Trades accepted. And next, you guys are trying to trade Derek Pouliot back to the Canucks for 6th round pick. Basically, don't even NHL or AHL, so might as well try to get a pick we could potentially use. See what they say. Trades accepted. So after those trades, guys, just an update look at our defense. The top 4 actually stayed the same just due to chemistry reasons. So we got Burnfoot playing with Addison on the bottom pair, which obviously I think is a lot better than a couple 78s. Definitely, rounds out the team a lot nicer. So hopefully they play well here. So at the end of December here, guys, playing really well, 24, 6, and 5. I think we had 53 points right now. Currently leading the division. We'll see what the leading scorer is. Cole Caulfield, actually, 46 points there, 25 goals in 35 games. I'd love to see him just keep going. I'm just going to pretty big off here, guys, the Buffalo Sabres. Cal Foot in a 3rd round pick for our 1st, and Muller. So Muller's an okay prospect. We'll see how good Cal Foot is. And he's an 81, so he's just barely better than Bornfoot. Honestly, I feel like I'd rather just decline. We still have 2 1st round picks, actually. We also have the Minnesota 1st round pick. And we have that elite potential defenseman and a few elite potential goalies. So if anything, I'd rather make a blockbuster trade with all that. And the Islanders and Arizona just made a good hockey trade. Nicholas Hague for Joel Farabee. So we're about a week away from the deadline now. Vegas just got Mercer, 85 overall, and Frederick from Boston for a couple prospects. Pavel Zacha on the waiver. He's probably not too great. 79, yeah, doesn't even make our team. And Edmonton just traded a 1st round pick and a couple prospects for Engvall and Gustafsson, so not too bad. They're going for it. Tampa there gets Rubtsov for 280s. Actually, doesn't even look like that great a trade. 82.79 for 280s. I don't know. Detroit just traded their 86 overall goalie in Petch, I think is how you'd say that, with Logan Stanley for Texier and Lindbaum. I don't know about that one. I think I'd rather have the 86 goalie than the 80. But as you guys can see, we're 40, 10, and 8. Still a few more games here to play till the deadline. Again, I just want to make like a blockbuster. Pretty good trade there for Chicago. We got Eriksson Ek for 3 seconds and a 77 D-man. Don't think I've ever actually seen 3 seconds all in one trade. But we lost, I think, like 4 in a row to start February. We've actually been starting to win a bit more now. We're on about a 5-game win streak there. Hopefully we can keep it up against the Sharks. There we go, 9-4 win. It's a pretty small trade there. Looks like Rubtsov actually just got flipped. I still don't know why teams are, making those flip player trades. But at the deadline, 42, 10, and 8. Really good record. Like, we have 90 points at the deadline. Pretty much playoff spot secured. Or 92 points, sorry. And yeah, 17-point lead there on the Senators. Caulfield's going off, 76 points, 60 games with 40 goals. Again, we have a ton of assets. I want to try and make some blockbuster, make our team even better, but it's going to be tough. Next, you guys are trying to make a blockbuster trade with the Blue Jackets to get Zach Werenski. We tried actually trading for him last season, didn't happen. 1 year left at 6.7, had him retaining 50%. Somehow only has 25 points, 62 games. I don't know about that one. Werenski's way better than that. As you can see, really good stat. He did be on our first, second pair based on the chemistry, but top 4 for sure. Huge addition to the defense. Sanderson's basically there for the salary. Tierney, 70 overall, elite potential defenseman, but at 23 years old, it's honestly not even that great. And then Finger, elite potential goalie, 2064. Isn't too bad, honestly, for a goalie. So a lot to give up, but we're getting Werenski. It's our last year. We're going for it. Let's see what the Blue Jackets say. Trades accepted. I think that's a huge addition. And next year, guys, make another big trade with the Washington Capitals for Gabe Vilardi. 1 year left at 1.7 million. As an 86 overall, is an insane contract. Honestly, he's probably a 4th liner for us, but he's got really good two-way stats, so it fit nicely. Chmelevski there will just not have a spot, so might as well include him in the trade. Also adding a first-round pick, Minnesota's first-round pick. Lundmark's low top 4D potential. Prospect, Byers, low top 6. So they're decent, nothing crazy. Value's pretty equal. We'll see what Washington says here. Trades accepted. I think that's a huge addition as well. And next year, guys, I'm trying to make one more trade with the Buffalo Sabres, offering them Moran and a first-round pick. Moran's not too bad, 82 overall center, but Ryan Poehling's a bit better, 84 overall, plus it'd be cool to bring him back. Again, just basically stacking up that 4th line. Have them retaining 50% to make sure it goes through. He's on the block. Value's pretty equal. I think this should work. And trades accepted, so there we go. Honestly, our team is stacked now. And so after all those trades, guys, we still have a 5th, 6th, and 7th in this year's draft, but that's it. Also, 2 for goalies. We actually still have 2 medium elites, but they're actually the guys that are playing, so I figured what the heck, we'll just keep them. I feel like this team, they're good enough to win the cup. It's whether or not we get lucky in the sim at this point. And this is kind of interesting, guys. I didn't even realize both Werenski and Vilardi had extensions. Werenski is really good. 6.6 for an 87 D-man. Like, 83s we're asking for 5.5, and even Vilardi 86 making 5.6. Like, with how high the salary cap is, those are actually both good extensions. So if we were to actually keep this going, I think I like the trades even better now. But I want to give you guys an updated look at the team after the deadline. Like I said, it's tough to make a better team than this. The top 6 has not changed. Bottom 6, though, is now Comrie, Pomerev, and Vilardi. And then 4th line there, we got Kunin with Poehling and Morozov. So I think that's pretty good. Defense as well. Sand and Sexton still the top pair. We got Ristolainen playing with Werenski as they get +3. So those two are playing like 90s. Bornfoot, Addison still the bottom pair. Special teams, I mean, I think the power play is more or less the same. Now, the big thing, actually, penalty kill get a +5. So that first unit hopefully just shuts everybody down. 3 men there, I think that's the exact same. So overall, I'm really liking the look of this team. I actually do want to see if our ratings have gone up at all. Offense, you can't really improve on 100, so you might think, like, why do we even make trades? But I still just want to, have the best team I possibly can. Defense has to go up with Werenski, and yeah, it's a 95 now. So really like the look of this team. We're already first in the division. Hopefully they can just, keep tearing it up here and make a run at that Stanley Cup. So at the end of the season now, guys, as you can see, we had an amazing year. 55, 17, and 10 for 120 points. Actually had a 7-game win streak there right before the last game. Lost 5-4 to the Islanders, so by 1 in regulation. I thought we won the President's Trophy, but I actually just saw the Flames had 122 points, so crazy year from them. Caulfield, 97, 82, 50 goals. Will it be good enough for Mr. Shard? Hopefully. Unfortunately, no player got 100 points this year, but I still think we played quite well. Sagan, 87, so slow down a bit. I mean, he's 37 years old now. This is actually the last year of his contract, so maybe we wouldn't have even brought him back. Boldy, this is a career year for him. 84 points. Love seeing that. Duran, just under point per game. Same with Barzell. Mantha, 68. It's a bit slow year for him. Pomerev there, 63. I think is pretty good for a third-line center. He basically does it all. Sexton, 53 is not too bad. Same with Risto at 50. Let's see if Werenski, yeah, 42. So I think he did play a bit better on our team after we got him in that trade. Check DiPietro's stats here. So .904, 2.73. That's some of the best goalie stats we've gotten in a while, to be honest. So I do like that trade we made. Quick look at the AHL team. Korolev, I think is how you say it. 70 points to 78 overall, 45 goals. He's got a really good shot on him. Wow. probably one of the better AHL players we've had in a while. Bastion, I think benefiting from that, also had 70 points. Normally our best guy's around 60, so that's good to see. After there's the rookie, 42 points. Maybe he'll win AHL Rookie of the Year. We'll see. That'd be pretty cool. I'll take a look now and just see who led the entire league in points. I don't think Coffey will be close, but maybe he has with Maurice Richard. McDavid, 123. Wow. And Kravchenko, 64. He actually ended up signing with the Avs. Playing with McKinnon, Rantanen. I mean, yeah, they all went off with 100-plus points. That's insane. Actually, Pharrell here, 70 goals. How did I miss that? 107 points. That shot is insane. Wow, this guy, those creative dudes are just too good. But Colson, Holloway's still really good on Ottawa, though. So Caulfield actually finished 6th there with 50 goals, tied with Hall and Sanderson. Also, guys, I want to take a look at the standings here. Like I said, we didn't win the President's Trophy because I saw Calgary had 122. I assume we got 2nd, though. Like, come on, yeah. So we were the 2 best teams by far. It'd be pretty cool if we actually play them in the Stanley Cup Final. You have Vancouver, Colorado, Carolina also with 100-plus points. I'm wondering who's going to be last. Honestly, I didn't really notice any team doing too bad. I did see Detroit actually fire their coach, though. Islanders squeak in there, 87 points. Pittsburgh, 85 points, 19th. So, feel bad for some Western Conference teams there. It wasn't Detroit, they actually finished 28th. And last in the league's Anaheim, 65 points. I did see they had a ton of players on the block, but most of them had way too big a contracts to trade for. So, should be an interesting playoff. Like I said, would love to, you know, go with a win here. So, the first round of the playoffs, we can see Pittsburgh Penguins. They got Gensel, Jost, and Smirnov there on the first line. Obviously, Crosby, Malkin, long gone. Bracco with Reinhart. So, Reinhardt's still on that team, part of that Crosby trade we made. Rasmussen, McCann. Fourth line's actually really solid. Hinostroza, Buchanan, Galchenyuk. So obviously they're going for the chemistry there. Clapperton, 89. After him, no defense. He's not looking too good. Goalies, Peterson's an 80. So I think the forward group is really solid. I would say ours is definitely better, but still a good forward group. Defense and goaltending is not good at all, though. So I feel like, you know, if we're better, much better in 2 out of the 3 and the other one slightly better, should be okay here, but never want to get too confident with the playoffs. It seems just like literally anything can happen. But first game, get a goal from Sagan there in the first period. Another one from Ristolainen. And let's go. We hold on there, 5-1. Ponomarev, Duran, Mantha. So 5 different goal scorers there. Love to see that. If we go up 2-0 in Montreal, I'd feel pretty comfortable. Don't have to get a sweep or anything, but obviously just the more wins you can get early on. I hate like when you're down 3-1, 3-0. It's a lot more stressful trying to pull out the reverse sweep or whatever. So here we go, game number 2 against Pittsburgh. We're down 1. Reinhart actually gets some revenge on us, getting the goal. Second period, 1 from Barzal, but Kukkinen gets 1, so down 1 still. And there we go. What a third period. Morozov, fourth line, gets 2, Ponomarev and Barzal. So big comeback there in the third period. Love seeing that. 4 unanswered. So hopefully get some momentum there, keep this going into Pittsburgh. I mean, our DPH was playing really good, like 3 goals there between the first 2 games. Definitely can't complain with that. Totally forgot to check. I just realized how our AHL team did. So once this series is over, I'll see if they're in the playoffs or not. So third game, up 2, Sagan, Duran. And 3-1 now. Sexton for us, Bracco for them. And we hold on 5-3, bit close though. Paling gets 1, Sagan, empty netter. Reinhardt again. So Reinhardt's definitely showing up for the Penguins, but luckily able to hold them there. So fourth game, possible sweep, see if we can get it done. And I just checked our AHL team is in the playoffs, up against the Marlies there in the first round. So we'll see whether or not they can get it done. I don't think our AHL team's done very well in this series. Best I think they've done is like a conference final knockout. Don't even think they've made the final yet. But here we go, fourth game, possible sweep. Up 2-0, Mantha, Morozov. He's playing pretty well. Paling, Sagan, Galchenyuk gets 1. Up 4-1, we should be able to hold on here. And wow, they made it close, but 5-4, Ponomarev with the game winner. That was too close for comfort. And in the second round, guys, we're up against the Buffalo Sabres. Their top 6 is pretty nuts. Larkin's now 92, Eichel 94, Richie even 89. Trocheck there, Stussel's up to a 90 for them. Middlestat 88. It's pretty nuts actually, because I lowered his potential to low elite and he still grew quite well. Now their bottom 6 isn't very good, so we'll definitely win the battle there. Defense, they got Dahlin, Yogi Harju, and that's about it. They have a 68 on the bottom pair. Are you kidding me? When that guy's out there, we better score a goal. Now they could have had Dahlin and Clark, but for whatever reason they chose not to sign Clark. Either they traded him to Chicago or they let Chicago sign him to an offer sheet and they didn't match it. I'm not sure how that went down. Okay, they also have a 76 starting goalie. I mean, are you kidding me? When the 68 D-man's out and the 76 goalie's in net, we should be shelling them like, I don't care. Barzal there, I don't know if you guys saw it, 10 points in 4 games, he's tearing it up. Love to see that from the captain. So here we go. Literally an AHL goalie in net, and we have an all-star team. Let's go. Let's get this done. And it's 2-2. From Naharov, Duran, 4-2, let's go. Mantha, Velarde, and 6-3, Barzal, Duran. Okay, so we won the first game. I don't care if it's Dallin with that 68D, man. You just go down his side and then you snipe it on the AHL goalie. There's no reason should not be able to beat this team. If we don't, I don't even know. I might start to cry up here in this last episode. But game 2, down 2-1. Eichel, Stutzel for them, wrist line for us. They do have some firepower there for sure in that top 6. 3-3, okay. Caulfield, Barzal, Lark for them, keeping it close. Let's go. And we're going to OT. We need a hero. Going to second OT. Come on, boys. Wow. Nick Ritchie there scores from the corner. I mean, you can't be too upset with that. Double OT, losing it. If you're going to lose, that's definitely how you lose one. So, 1-1 there through 2. Again, I like our chances in a 7-game series. Like, we're just the better team on paper all throughout. Here we go, game 3 in Buffalo. Up 2-0. Caulfield gets both. He's on fire. There we go. Caulfield gets the hat trick in 2 periods. Keep going. And he gets another one for 4-goal game. And then Boldy and Mantha there each get goals as well. So 6-0. The boys are pissed about the double OT loss. Came back, fired up, and just 6-0 win. DiPietro as well is pissed off. Gets the shutout. Love seeing that. Hopefully we can keep it going here, game 4. If we can take back-to-back in Buffalo, that would be huge. Here we go, first period. Up 1 with Sagan. Nothing in the second. And there we go. Sagan again gets it done. So DiPietro, dude's got ice in his veins. Back-to-back shutouts. Something about that double OT loss at home just, I don't know, made him go to another level. So have a chance here now to close out the series. Game 5, back at home. Let's try and get a win here. It's 1-1. Velarde, Eichel. 2-1. Caulfield again. Guys are on fire this series. And there we go, 4-1. Caulfield again. Werenski puts in the empty netter. So, like I said, if we would have lost that Buffalo team, I don't care that they have Dallin, they had Eichel, Larkin. I would have been so upset. So, conference finals now, 8-1 so far. We're looking really good. And there we go. We got Philadelphia Flyers. So, take a look at that team. Alright, so they got a 79 on the first line. Medium top 6. I don't know about that one. Birds a 91. Brink 87. That second line, they got Ehlers and not much else. The third line's honestly better than the second. They got Couturier on the fourth line. Defense, Provorov, and that's it. They have a 90 Provorov, and then they just have bottom pair guys. Salem, of course, was on our team. They picked him up off waivers. Kessler's an 88 goalie, though, so Kessler's a really solid goalie. Honestly, like, I don't know. I'm not very impressed with this team. Like, they have a couple guys on offense, Provorov, and a good goalie. In terms of depth, it's not even close. So, should be able to, beat them here. Barzal, 19 points in 9 games. Again, captain's on fire. You love seeing that. Hopefully, we can get this done, get back to the Stanley Cup final. So here you go. First game, tied up 1-1. Mantha, Dvorak. Nothing in the second. And there we go. Caulfield, or sorry, I figured it was Caulfield because it was a silhouette, but it's actually Sexton and Palmeiro there getting it done in the third period, 3-1 win. So, team's looking good. Let's get back-to-back wins at home, hopefully. Second game here, first period. 3-2 lead for them. Sagan gets both. Come on, let's give him the Hattie. 4-2. We need Sagan to go off and some people to help him out. We only have 15 shots. Come on. And, wow, we actually did it. We tied it up 5-5. Mantha, Burnfoot, and Caulfield. I feel like Sagan's going to be hungry for that hat trick OT winner. Let's go. Are you kidding me? All of that, and then we still end up losing in OT. I feel like we'd have had all the momentum. So, I mean, respect, I guess, to Philly for holding on there. That's actually kind of crazy, too. So, we're 9-2 right now in the playoffs. Both losses have been in OT. We have yet to lose in regulation. Knock on wood. You guys can hear that. I don't want to jinx myself. So, game 3 now in Philly. I might have jinxed it. We're down 3-1. Down 5-2. Mean another big third period here. 7-5. The boys, they showed up. They tried. Unfortunately, just was not enough. And I did jinx it. I mean, I don't know why I said that. I shouldn't have. But lots of series left still. I mean, we're down 2-1. Can definitely win 3 of the next 4, I think. We could even just win the next 3 straight. We got to take 1 here in Philly for sure, though. If we go down 3-1, not a good spot to be. See what happens here. And down 1-0. 1-1. Come on, Duran. Nice goal. Third period. There we go. Huge third period. Palmeiro gets 2. Mantha sanded. 5-1. That was a statement game. That was a statement game for sure. Tie the series back up. 2 apiece. Essentially a best of 3 now. We got 2 home games. Like our chances for sure. So here we go. Game number 5. I noticed Minnesota's beating Dallas there. 3-1 in the Western Conference Final. We're leading right now. 1-0. Goal from Werenski. And they get 1 from Dzingel. So 1-1. Come on, boys. Are you kidding me? Brink and Couturier, 3-2. Alright, guys, here we go. Game number 6. It is do or die at this point. Have to win back-to-back here to make it to the Stanley Cup Final. Would love to actually play Minnesota. Boldy gets a rematch. We get to play Lettinen, who kind of screwed us. So, here we go. Game 6. And we're up 2, actually. Sagan Barzal. Second period. 2-1. Okay, for a second I thought they tied it up. Need a big third here to hold on. Let's go, 5-3. Werenski, Caulfield, Comrie for us, Brink, and York for them. So we have a chance. Game 7 at home. I feel like, the boys just gained a bit of momentum, hopefully. It's a big win there with their backs against the wall. I feel like going home to the Bell Center. You kidding? Like, the fans are going crazy. Come on, we got to get this done. Here we go, Game 7. Not a good start. Down 2-0. I feel like we can get it done, though. Come on, second period. 4-2. Still have hope. We need a third period comeback. Let's go. Let's go. Mantha Boldy, 4-4. Roach Union by 10. Need an OT hero. The captain. Somebody's got to show up here. Let's go. Who is it? It's the captain, Barzal. We're on to the Stanley Cup final. Let's go. And so already know you guys are playing Minnesota in the Cup final. Before we do that, of course, want to check their lines. Barzal's crushing it right now. 28 points in 16 playoff games. So pretty much averaging 2 points a game, which is awesome to see from the captain. Now Minnesota, I forget if they won the Cup recently. I think they made the Cup final like Vancouver won it. So I think 2 years ago they made the Cup final. They're a good team. And yeah, Latin in there is on their first line, the right wing. 16 points in 14 playoff games. I mean, it's no Barzal, 90 overall. His shot's nuts though. Yeah, still a little bit annoyed by that, offer sheet he signed. Mason Shaw there, up to an 86. It's a bit surprising actually. 4th round pick. Lindholm, Fiala, Saunders, Kaprizov's an 87. Davidson, this guy's on the third line, 90 overall, 22 points, okay. They also got O'Mara. I forgot that we traded them both Euro wingers. That's kind of nuts. Nuge there, Markov, Arvidsson, their forward group's nuts. Defense, not very good. So defense is where we do have a chance. Cale Fleury's actually there. And it looks like they ended up getting Calfoot instead of us because we declined that offer. Goalies, Wallstedt's their starter, 87. I saw too that they actually had Polak on defense. So a lot of former Montreal Canadiens on this team. Forward group's just as good as ours, maybe even slightly better. I like ours a bit better though. Defense for sure, I think we have the edge. And goalies, I think they might have a slight edge with Wallstedt. I'm actually curious to see. I want to look at the ratings here, how we match up. Regular season, we had 12 more wins than them, so we should be a better team. So 1 better offense, 9 better defense, and actually we have 1 better goalie. I forget who their backup was. I think he might have been like a 79, and that's the reason for it. So let's go, guys. Stanley Cup final last season. What an epic way to go out. And we actually have the home ice advantage as well, because only Calgary, of course, would be able to take that from us. So first game here, up 2-0, Duran and Sagan. And that's a bad second period. Davidson, Kaprizov, Davidson. Come on, boys, answer in the third. Are you kidding me? 5-2. It looked good after the first period, and then we didn't score another single goal. Hopefully we can tie it up here. I mean, we got the 2 home games. If we go down 2 at home, not going to be good. Minnesota's only lost 2 games in the playoffs up to this point, so that's not good. They're definitely on a roll here. Game number 2. Okay, 2-1. Boldy, Barzal, O'Mara scores on his old team. And 4-2 now. Caulfield, Kunin, hold on. And 6-2, let's go. Sexton, Comrie. Totally forgot as well. Kunin, we signed a free agency, but for Minnesota Wild. So definitely a lot of familiar faces in this matchup. Again, give Minnesota only their 3rd loss of the playoffs. Hopefully, can keep this going here. Into the state of hockey, into Minnesota. Come on, game 3. And 2-1 lead. Mantha Pomerev. And 6-3. Wow, what a second period. Boldy, Duran, Boldy gets a hat trick in the second period. Love it. And we hold on there, 7-4. Wow, so Boldy, his old team, he says, you know what, I'll get a hat trick in a period against you guys. That's what I'm thinking. He does it in Minnesota as well. Love to see that. So game number 4 now. We have potential to go up 3-1. That'd be huge. I mean, up till this series, they'd only lost 2 games, and we just gave them back-to-back losses. Game 4, 1-1. Caulfield for us. Second period. Boldy again, O'Mara for them. Did O'Mara get the first as well? He did. So O'Mara's kind of playing like Boldy here. Third period. Wow, 4-3. So close one, but not quite. This is a good series so far. I'm not going to lie. Win or lose, I think I'm definitely happy with how the boys are playing. So kind of like that Flyers series. It's a best of 3 at this point. We got to win 2 of them. Really hope we can at least win the first one, because winning back-to-back is tough. We barely got it done against Philly there. Game 5 at home. Let's go 2-0. Duran and Sagan. Hold on, boys. Let's go 5-0. Shut them out. DiPietro. Keep that energy rolling here into Game 6. I don't care if we win in Minnesota. I just want to win another Stanley Cup. Let's see if we can get it done. We're 15-6. They're 14-5. Here we go, boys. First period. Up 2-0. Mantha Barzal. 5-0. Caulfield, Duran, Comrie. We'll resume simulation here. Turn it up. Come on. Like, they would have to, this would be, I think, worse than the Maple Leafs Bruins collapse back in, what was that, 2013. Hold on here. Power play, chance to make it 6. We don't do it, but we're still holding on. Imagine if DiPietro can hold them, shutouts 2 games straight. Let's go. 40 seconds left. We're going to be 3-time Cup champions. You'd love to see it. And I accidentally forgot to make it computer versus computer, guys, so I guess we're playing out the last minute, but we're up 5-0. It shouldn't be too big a deal. Also, too, I actually kind of like, you know, playing with the team I've built. Oh, shit. Should we go for something crazy? Oh, my God. Did that? We almost got that. Imagine if Barzal went down, pulled out the TacTix. That'd been nasty. And look at this, guys. They're getting the cup ready for us. You'd love to see that. 3 seconds left here, guys. I realized, too, while I was playing, I was like, I really don't want to, you know, let the shutout there for DiPietro. That's sick. Back-to-back shouts. I think he's actually wearing the Spitfires helmet maybe there. That's pretty cool. I don't know. It might just be Montreal. I saw the blue and red. Either way, let's go. Stanley Cup champions for the 3rd time in 10 years. I mean, I don't know if that's a dynasty, but definitely a pretty good run. This team we built too, like, we were pretty good at the start of the year. Picked up a couple defensemen, then the deadline, our team just became absolutely stacked. All the boys just going through the handshake line right now. Again, like I said, a lot of familiar faces here, so would probably be a good one to have mic'd up. And look at that, Barzal, the captain, wins the Conn Smythe. I'm pretty sure he won it, you know, the last time he won the cup, so that's pretty awesome. He actually had 7 points in this series, so not too bad, 7 points in 6 games, but definitely was, you know, tearing it up until this series. Like, he was averaging, like I said, almost 2 points a game. I'm curious, like, DiPietro, I think, had pretty good stats. Back-to-back shutouts to win the cup. I think, you know, he might have had a case with the Conn Smythe. Definitely going to have to check his stats, see if he might have gotten robbed. Feel bad for all the Minnesota fans that gotta watch this, but let's go. Barzal going out to get his 2nd Stanley Cup. Probably the best decision we made all franchise mode was putting the C on his chest, because as soon as we did that, he just, you know, brought it to another level, and definitely a big reason why. We're winning our 3rd Stanley Cup here. Just love it. First guy to get the cup there. No idea who it is. Looking at the face. And it's Kunin, actually. Gives it to him. Gets to lift it up in front of the old Minnesota fans. Matthew Boldy's actually the 2nd guy to get it. So he's literally just giving it to all the ex-Minnesota Wilds. That's savage. And next, you guys got DiPietro winning the cup. Love to see that, of course. Former Windsor Spitfire from my hometown. And right here, we got the pick now. Look at, is that Duran? Or is that's Caulfield with the huge beard there? I'm not actually sure, but love it. Stanley Cup. What a way to go out. And look at this. 3 stars of the game. Barzal had a 3-point night. DiPietro a shutout. And Mantha there had 2 points. So all the big-time players coming through. And check this out, guys. Playoffs are complete. Stanley Cup champions, Montreal Canadiens. Calder Cup champions, Laval Rocket. I didn't even realize our AHL team won the Calder Cup. I was just so focused on the NHL team. I actually, like, switched over here, and I saw Laval Rocket Calder Cup champions. I was like, are you kidding me? So, waiting for that little thing to pop up. That's nuts. We actually swept San Antonio there in the final 4-0. I've been saying all series how I'd love to win the Stanley Cup and the Calder Cup in the same year, and we got it done in the final season. So how clutch is that? Actually, too, before I show you guys the awards, I'll show you the playoff tree for both AHL and NHL. So Laval there beat Toronto in 5, Utica in 7, Phantoms in 7 before sweeping the San Antonio Rampage. So literally played the maximum of games before they went on to sweep the final. And then NHL team, let's see, Minnesota beat Chicago in 5, swept LA, Dallas in 5 before, of course, running into us. We beat them in 6 there. I want to take a look at the playoff stats as well for our team. So Barzal had 36 and 22. That's pretty nasty. I think, you know, that definitely is probably deserving of Conn Smythe. Sagan 29, Caulfield 26. So we had 5 guys who averaged a point per game or better. Sexton really showed up. Same with Boldy there against his old team. Now, DiPietro had to have really good stats. .909, 2.63. That's solid. 4 shutouts. And we got them at the right time as well. Like the last 2 games of the playoffs. AHL here, Bray 24. Cappy 22 and 23. It's not too bad. Acker on that first line. That's pretty good. 2023, definitely be growing. How did our goalie do? Not too bad, honestly. So, really happy with how both teams played. I mean, how can you not be? They won the championship. So, I guess we'll check AHL awards first. Calder Cup there we got. I don't think our regular season was too great, though. So, yeah, we also just got Eastern Conference, and that was it. Individual awards. San Antonio guy, most points. They went off. Tierney, MVP. Korolev, most goals. That's on our team, so that's awesome. Roach there, outstanding rookie. Getting Suki, best goalie. Bray did get MVP of the playoffs. I kind of figured that. Alright, so again, good year for the AHL. NHL, though, Stanley Cup. You gotta love it. President's Trophy, Calgary. And, of course, Minnesota there with Clarence Campbell. We got the Prince of Wales. Individual awards. McDavid again gets the Art Ross. So in the last 5 years, the only time someone on our team didn't get it was when McDavid got it. Hart, though, goes to Karchenko. McCarr gets to James Norris. Lady Bing goes to Keller. Nystrom, Calder. Barzal gets the Conn Smythe. Blackwood, Vezina. And you also got the William Jennings there. Lelibert got Bill Masterton. Devils coach Jack Adams. Barkov, Selke again. Krivchenko, Ted Lindsay. And then Pharrell there. That guy just went off from Maurice Richard. So, what a year to end it on, though. Honestly, couldn't be happier. I mean, not only did we win the Stanley Cup, we won the Calder Cup, too. So, very, very happy. Franchise mode is now complete. I love seeing, you know, all my accomplishments on the screen. That's just so cool how they show you everything you've done over the past 10 years. It's really, really cool to see kind of our progress from the beginning. So, obviously, I'm kidding. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that series. I had a lot of fun. Again, 3 Stanley Cups. Durant, I think, is the only guy who stayed on the team all 10 years. So, really cool to see. And speaking of that, guys, I want to show you Durant's playoff stats right now, as I thought we actually made the playoffs every single year, but I forgot 2022, 2023. So I think that would have been season 4. We actually missed the playoffs, and that was the only year. Every other year we made it, and we actually, you know, had a lot of deep runs, won 3 cups, always a competitive team, few President's trophies. So again, I think this Montreal Canadiens franchise mode was definitely a success. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you watched it all this way, not only the end of the episode, but also just the end of the series, leave that thumbs up. And let me know in the comment section which team you'd like to see me do next. I'll definitely be looking through there and picking the most popular one. But that's me, guys, for this. Again, thank you so much for all the support on the series. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.